Carniya fans and Carniya fans with a C, this video is for you because I have to do a breakdown, I think, on the kiss last night. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 25. This is all for the Carniya fans, you guys. This is all for the Carniya fans. Tell your Carniya fans to watch this video. Tell the Carniya fans with the C. I believe y'all are trying to retire Carniya because it's similar to the Carniya with the K. Now listen, look at here. For all intents and purposes, I was on the Carniya with the K ship and all the things, the black love of it all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like struggle love. I don't like toxic love and all of this and all of that. I was hoping for a different outcome for Aniya and Casey, but I also recognize they couldn't get it together. But I am glad that it's come to the forefront from movie night that Casey was playing in Aniya's face, and now everybody could see it, right? But I want to talk about the Aniya and Carl of it all, you guys, because I don't know if y'all saw my review yesterday that I told y'all that I haven't really moved for a kiss on Love Island in quite some time, especially the USA season, since season 3, since Trina and Cinco, and this kiss really moved me. Now, here's a few things, right? I peeped that in the confessional, and at the end of episode 24, when Aniya and Casey had their conversation at the fire pit, that Aniya's lip combo was already gone. And I was in the back of my mind, I was like, she must have went to Carl right after, and they must have kissed. Fast forward to last night's episode, we see Aniya and Carl right after her conversation with Casey, and what happens? They kiss. It seems like Say Less is a special place for Aniya and Carl because they had, you know what I'm saying, that kiss that was gaining buzz the first time around, during Casa, where Carl's rubbing all up on Aniya's leg and everything else. But I need to talk about the kiss last night, but because there were several things going on, and it made it hot and it made it steamy. And when Aniya said in her confessional that I wanted to F-U-C-K, I was about to F-U-C-K Carl and Say Less. At first, I didn't know what she was talking about. At first, I was like, Aniya, what are you talking about? Are you just talking crazy in this confessional? No. She was dead ASS. She was dead ASS, y'all. She was serious. Because here's what happened. Here's what I peeped, right? Aniya and Carl, they love touching on each other. They love, especially Carl. Carl loves feeling on Aniya. Even though when he came back and claimed that his walls were up, he was rubbing on Aniya's knee. On his other hand, you know what I'm saying, his soul ties was rubbing up on her knee, right? Obviously, the kiss that they had in Say Less and Casa Amor, as well as the other kiss that they had, Carl likes rubbing on Aniya. And you see how Aniya in that cat suit last night, she knew what she was doing in that cat suit. You know what I'm saying? She knew what she was doing in that cat suit, and I'm glad she wore it. I'm glad she put it out new. You know what I'm saying? She had her shoes off, her legs propped up, all up on Carl, and he's rubbing again on her leg, everything else, and I was like, I don't know where, you know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all getting real comfortable, right? And then I looked at Aniya's face, and she was giving cues for Carl to kiss her. She was giving, like, context clues. Hey, kiss me. She was trying to do those doughy eyes. You know those doughy eyes when you're like into a guy, like come look at me and plant this kiss on my lips, right? Giving those doughy eyes, like are you gonna do something or not? And then Aniya had put her finger to her lip, you guys, like to indicate like hey, right here, like lay it on me right here, right? So then I think finally Carl got the hint. They were both hungry. They were both hungry. They were both starving. I need to go find my Malcolm X clip. They were starving. They were starving. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Carl pulls her in for that kiss. And the way he was holding her, Aniya got up and straddled him with a quickness. And it was given bump and grind. You know what I'm saying? It was given too hot for TV. It was giving production edit out how steamy this kiss was. It was giving production, we do not know how steamy this kiss was. We just know the aftermath. And the way Carl was rubbing up and down Aniya's back and low-key kind of scratching her back. I know he felt a way about this cat suit. I think he wanted the cat suit off. That is my opinion. But also, we have to get into the aftermath of the kiss as well, because I peeped that Carl's shirt was completely ruffled. Now, his shirt was unbuttoned a little bit. That wasn't what I noticed. I noticed how ruffled away the shirt was, as if Aniya was trying to take it off. As if Aniya was trying to take it off. I was like, oh my gosh, girl. Oh my gosh. What happened? Y'all were doing, like, did we miss something in Casa Amor? Was there something else going on in Casa Amor? You know what I'm saying? Because the heat was hating. The steam was coming through my TV. I don't know about y'all's. The steam went through my TV. I felt the heat. And I'm not going to tell you that how many times I've rewatched this clip, but ultimately, I also peeped not only Carl's shirt was ruffled, and he was trying to pull Aniya back in to cover him up because he had crossed his legs for a reason. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I am buying what they're selling. Now listen, I don't care what happens on the outside, you know what I'm saying, if they last or not. But if you want to give me content like this for the next couple of weeks, I am sold. You know what I'm saying? If you want to give me kisses like this, I am sold. And I think what it is, what I like about Carl and his conversations with Aniya is he's focused in on trying to get to know her first. He's building that trust with her. He's building that rapport with her. And then he's like, he's trying to get her walls down. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get her walls down. And so then once she's comfortable, then they pivot the conversation to other stuff. But then it's going to end up with them kissing. And I actually was surprised that they didn't kiss in Soul Ties when he came back, unless it was just for the plot. Unless it was just for the plot. I also peeped as well. I also want to talk about outside of the kiss, how disgusted Carl was looking at KC last night during movie night when his clip played. I thought it was very ironic. It was Carl to flip the coin and KC's video played. Listen. Can we just say it doesn't matter what number these people pick for the doors? Production already has in mind who is going to be getting these, you know, who's going to be getting hit by these snipers. You know what I'm saying? They already know what's about to go down. Also, for the naysayers about the legitimacy of Carniya, for the people who are trying to say that Carl has the ick about Aniya or that Carl's going to move on to Amora, let's keep it a buck. What is he going to have in common with a 21-year-old? You can think somebody's attractive but not be romantically interested, and Amora and TT both displayed very childish behavior yesterday during movie night, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure Carl saw how childish Amora and TT were being, right? Carl, people were thinking because Aniya stood up after KC stood up, because he did not want to hold himself accountable for his behavior, and they wanted to try to twist around Aniya's clip to make it seem like she did something wrong. And she's like, listen, look at here, I love Carl. She didn't say yet she loves Carl, but she says she likes Carl a lot, likes their connection, had no problem exploring him, just like she had no problem with you exploring KC. But when things got escalated and Casey tried to flip it around again and stand up, and then Aniya stand up, and then eventually walked over to him to make him basically sit down, I saw that Carl turned to the side facing where Aniya was by the boys. And I don't know if he was about to stand up or not. But then once he saw that Aniya handled it and Aniya walked away, you know what I'm saying? I peeped that. I don't think Carl has the ick. Because ultimately, how can you have an ick if you just witness the person that you like, the person that you had this buzziest kiss with, be disrespected? And then you see his friends try to defend him and speak for him and make excuses for him as if the disrespect didn't happen. And then they try to use a positive clip about Aniya and Carl against her to justify the disrespect that Casey was doing against Aniya. Carl peeped all that. He peeped the play. He peeped the play, but he didn't have to interject because once he saw that Aniya handled it and it was Gucci, you know what I'm saying? That was it and that was all. But Aniya and Carl are here to stay, at least for the duration of the show. You know what I'm saying? Carl's not going nowhere. Carl's not going nowhere. He knows America voted him back in for him and Aniya. Carl knows that the fans like the content of him and Aniya during Casa Amor. So why on earth would there be a situation where Carl's got the ick or Carl's not interested or Carl's off Aniya? She just realized the first 3 weeks of the show has all been a sham. She just found out the first 3 weeks of a guy she thought she liked was playing in her face, was talking cash shit behind her back to all these men, and these men didn't do anything but continue to gas Casey up in her face, but would be messy in challenges to cause discord and instigate drama between them, but wouldn't tell Aniya the truth. So why would Carl be off Aniya? If anything, I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen in tomorrow's episode. And I'm no psychic, I'm no astrologer, I'm no tarot reader. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The rest of the movie night clips are going to play out. I pray the next day that they get a recoupling. But the aftermath of movie night, probably the guys are going to go somewhere. Probably the girls are going to go somewhere. But I'm here to tell you that if Carl is with those guys and they're trying to disrespect Aniya, it's not going to happen. He's not going to allow that. And I also think Carl is going to pull Aniya to check on her and check on how she feels now that it is confirmed to her how Casey really feels about her and how Casey really was moving behind her back, especially during Casa Amor and especially leading up to Casa Amor. So, nonetheless, if there's anything I left out about the kiss with Carl and Aniya, you know what I'm saying? Carniya fans, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will let me know in the comments. But I have not moved like that for a kiss on Love Island USA, especially since season 3. Since season 3 US. Where I was really like, oh. I was like, okay, y'all working with something that this isn't given, you know, performative. This isn't given, you know what I'm saying? This isn't given like I need more passion. I need more, this is giving me everything I need. This is giving me everything I need. But it's so important, you guys, to understand that this kiss does not mean that Aniya didn't like KC. It just means that when somebody is giving you the energy that they're actually into you, they're all about you, and they're giving you all green flags. There's not red flags that are coming up that is stopping the intimacy or stopping the connection. You are able to be more open and affectionate and intimate with them. What happened with Aniya and KC, they started off being super duper affectionate. They started out doing a lot of kissing because in the same Say Less room, they had a conversation about KC having trouble controlling himself. But it was really, like I said, the soul of it all. It was really starting week 2 is when KC really started kind of being kind of a weirdo towards Aniya. But after watching Sincere's Rico clip part 1, KC should have known he never had a chance with Soul. You know what I'm saying? Soul can say whatever she wants in these interviews, but she also called KC a PUSSY and nobody's dragging Soul. Soul also called KC a PUSSY and nobody is dragging Soul, and I wonder why that is. Because KC was right there at the same villa as Sincere, but I noticed KC does not like all of the action that Sincere is getting, all of the action that Corbin is getting, and he was very jealous of all the action that Gabe was getting. because it reinforces the fact that these women didn't really want him, which is why he acted the way that he did during Casa Amor. So nonetheless, you guys, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor and do y'all biggest one, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road, seeing the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.